Good morning, Vietnam. I'm here with Jocko. He's a little clingy, but I'm lonely because they took my spud away. So this is all I can have right now. I just want to give a little quick reading about an insight I got yesterday from seeing a story in the Washington Post about how there's 4 different kinds of autism. And the minute I saw that story, I had a big download that it's from, they're messing with DNA. They've been messing with it all over the place for a long time now, too. And, when they sprung the CV-19 on everybody in the first round, remember how they were testing with nasal swabs? Okay, that's a DNA test. So that after already having done this and having all these people out running around who were genetically altered, and they were everywhere, for a long time too, for decades. Some of them were already adults, and they wanted to see who or what they were dealing with in specific areas. That's why they did those tests, so they could get a better idea of who was in what areas. And some areas were filled with chimeric people, meaning blends of humans and animals. Some were blends of ancient DNA that have been extracted from bones and stuff, graves, tombs. Yeah. Those people were rarer, and they were from rare subsets. And they were then hunted after they started showing their abilities. They were hunted down, and they're a threat to establishment power structures because of their abilities. Okay, there go my hot water. I'll be right back, making some coffee. Okay, so I don't claim to know everything. And of course, all my videos are for entertainment purposes only, as you know. But I do get pings and pops, and so I can bring you parts and pieces of the big picture. So this was a big piece that I plugged in, and I also, right at the same time, that very next day, I found this video, which I'm going to link for you in the description box, about DNA stuff. Okay, take a look at it. It's interesting. I've been listening to it this morning, and it's kind of confirming the insight that I got from seeing that Washington Post story. Okay. But the overarching insight that I got is that basically whoever decided to do this was playing God, and they made a big mess. They made a big, big mess, like all these people on the planet running around that are messed up, and that really they can't do much for a lot of them, okay? They can try to launch all these behavioral health programs and stuff like that, but a lot of these people are just, it's bad DNA, okay? It's bad. It's just bad. And that's where I am. I'm in an area full of like rejects and defects and mutants and stuff. And it's horrible. I hate being here with them. I shouldn't be here. I don't belong here. So I don't know what they're planning to do. I think they're all these, the CV-19, the shots that people got, those are designed to cull, okay? It's a culling thing. And we've been in a big culling cycle, and they keep doing more of them, And if you're too dumb to figure it out, you just keep getting them, and you'll be cold. And so I think that's what we mean in these videos, a lot of us that are more conscious. I don't feel bad when, you know, that a lot of bodies are going to drop. Don't feel bad about it. It might even have been some kind of hand-in-hand deal with bad ETs that eat human meat. This is for entertainment purposes only, though. I assure you. Cheeseburger, cheeseburger, cheeseburger. Okay? Candygram, land shark. For anybody that's old enough to remember the old SNL, the cone heads. Oh, they were talking about it way back then. Way back then. Mm? Mm? Mm. Okay, you know. It's not funny, but it kind of is. It's very darkly funny. If you could see the people down here, I mean, if you could see, I'm turning into one of them because I've been so upset. I gained all my weight back that I lost, and I'm really mad at myself for that. These people have me going around in circles because somebody still wants to test. You see, all this stuff about stalking, harassment, and everything, it's testing. It's testing to see how much stress you can handle, to see how much stuff you can figure out, to see how well you can survive, to see if you have a God connection, all that. It's all of that. That's what it is. So if you manage to get to a safe place and you can avoid the testing, okay, then they can't work with you anymore. You're going to be a survivor. You're a survivor. You're a survivor. Did you survive it? We're working on surviving it here, but they keep chipping away at us. At this point, I think the people who are still chipping away are actually people that are bad, mutant weirdos that can never reach a high vibration. They never can because of the way their DNA is, but they can only feel lower vibration emotions like hate, jealousy, spite, and it's them that's holding you in to wherever you are. They're the ones because they got all the government jobs in your area. They are the police and the courts and everything. That's who's running all that, and they hate you because they can't be like you, okay? So they hate you. And they enjoy stalking you, harassing you, making you miserable. They live streamed the stalking incidents and stuff. They thought it was funny. They live streamed it. They sold video of when they drugged and raped you, that kind of stuff. These people are horrible, okay? And there's no doubt in my mind that they're going to get targeted health care too. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm shuffling. Oh God. Look what came out. This went on the floor, but they're going to get targeted health care too. All right. Did you have all your shots? Ooh. Ooh. Oh my God. What other messages do you have for a spirit about this stuff? Oh my God. It's really, it all sort of came clear to me all of a sudden. All right. They work with a lot of potions and poisons and stuff. These power of 3 witch groups. Okay. They don't really have any real magical power, I don't think. It's all in ganging up together and using poisons and potions and secret plans against other people. They don't really have any magical powers. They don't really. But collective, you might. If you are one of these people who got some DNA out of a bone from a tomb or something, you might be. So, they can't even match your They can't even. They can't even. All right. Okay, what else? You might be one of these people, as I said in my video before last, who endures until the end. Temperance card. Yeah, that's divine timing. What does this say on it? Hang on. It says moderation, tranquility, serenity, combination of forces, and realization. Yeah, see, you're one of the people who has the capability of self-realization. So you have a much greater bandwidth for your consciousness and your awareness and your ability to understand things that are going on in your environment. Okay, what else does this say? Seek balance and create a calm atmosphere. Right. What did I say? Just say about, did you find a safe place and can you avoid the stalking and the harassment and everything? I'm so grateful that I did. Even though I did, they're still doing that. I told you the house across the street, or maybe I didn't tell you, the house across the street from me, which is occupied by a large, extended Mexican family, had a party Christmas Eve that went until 4 a.m. and they wouldn't shut up, and I couldn't sleep, and I ended up having to call the police on them, who never came. You know, they act friendly to me on the phone, but they didn't come. They didn't ever go there. Okay, what else? This morning I walked over to the dollar store to get a little something, and as I was walking in there, a car pulled up. There was nobody in the parking lot when I got there, but a car pulled up just as I was getting there, and I looked into the car and I saw this older woman with gray hair looking at me, and I knew she was a zombie. I just knew it. I knew it. I knew she was there to try to get something off me. And of course, I went in the store, I got my thing as fast as I could, and I went to the checkout stand, and she was right there, right behind me, like white on rice, okay? And I gave her the evil eye. I gave her the evil eye. Stay away from me. I recognize them, you know, but they can, it's almost like they can smell us or something. I don't know. What the hell? I don't know. Ew. Ew. These people do follow me around. They do. And they kind of shuffle around with dead eyes, you know. They are zombies. What other messages do you have for us, Spirit? We're going to take a few messages out of an oracle deck in a second, too, just to lift the vibration a little higher. Okay, we're starting out with tarot cards here, but okay. Okay, yeah, see, this fight, these people do not want to give up. They're spiteful. They're mean. They're weird. They're clingy. They're, they had too many shots. Swords, they had too many shots. Okay, some of them maybe had 5 shots this season. Oh, that was another insight I had. Let's see, what does this say? Sometimes the victory's not worth the price. Oh, ooh. Yeah, these people that did all this engineering, they're not getting what they wanted or what they thought they were going to get. Even the leaders that were running these programs. But the other insight I had about this is the way they were doing the genetic engineering was through shots to babies. And that's why over the years, the shots for your newborn baby increased from just a few to like 25 or however many they're up to, you know. And that's why RFK Jr., the new health secretary, is trying to decrease those shots. They're like, we're not going to do this. And yay, good for you. Thank you. I'm really grateful that there's some people in there now with some goddamn common sense and brains. Okay. That's it for these messages, but don't forget to check the description box, okay? Okay, let's get a few of these oracle cards on this. I don't want to make this message too long. I'm really tired of listening to these messages, or I don't want to even listen to them anymore, that other people make that are an hour and a half long. Although I did just recently post an hour-long one. I'm trying not to do that. I don't want to waste your time. And okay, law of attraction. Yeah, because I'm trying to get more people to look at my videos, and they're not going to if they think they have to spend an hour and a half there slogging through some shit. You know, what does this say? Relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of energies. That's just the same message that I keep hearing in all these videos coming out about the changing in awareness that's going on right now in the collective. And you've transformed. See those blue butterfly wings? You have transformed. A lot of people have. And it is a result of this DNA activation that you're having. You want to be quieter. Your nervous system recalibrated. You need more quiet. You need more rest. You need more uplifting time, less stalking and harassment. Okay. I just listened to the Peanuts Christmas album for like 3 hours on Christmas, and it just made me feel so good. Of course, you know I'm a jazz junkie. I love jazz, but there's some just really great piano playing in there. Okay. Heal away addictions. This looks a lot like the temperance card I pulled out. Okay. Let me see. Let me get that again. Where's that temperance card? See that? Isn't that interesting? Okay, what does this say? It's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. So Archangel Raphael has come into this reading too. Thank you for joining us. And so we're connecting with the spiritual realm here. We definitely are. And I think I'm just going to leave it there. And wish Collective a joyous and happy rest of the year. New Year's is coming up, and at that time, you know, it's a good time to reflect back on the year and everything that it gave you or didn't give you. And my Apple iPad even made a year-end highlights video for me, which was interesting to me to see. And AI put that together from my photo collection for me. I'm not going to share that with you. But I already had that done for me by an AI. Isn't that interesting? Okay. Thank you for coming by to visit Pearl Snap Tarot. Hope you'll come back.